Welcome back, friend. If you missed it, I just harvested all, well, there's still cherry tomatoes out there, but I harvested all of the tomatoes that I would either slice or put up as sauce. And today, I wanted to get those harvested because today my dad is over here. He's already out there. He's so quick. He is gonna help us clean this garden and start putting this garden to bed. So this morning I did a big harvest to get the last of the peppers, the tomatoes, not the last of the green beans, but I also harvested some stuff for a dinner we're having tomorrow. You've probably already seen that dinner. And we're gonna go do a bunch more harvesting and putting a bunch of stuff to bed. So my dad on the way here was very generous and he went and picked up 30% vinegar for me, salt. You want the cheapest salt because we're gonna make a organic weed killer, and a new one of these sprayers. About every 2 years, I have to purchase a new one of these for the weed killer because the vinegar corrodes it. So my dad actually, when he bought this, he bought one that said bleach and deck, so maybe it won't corrode quite as quickly. The salt and the vinegar just kind of eats the inside parts away. And we're going to clean the garden and start putting the garden to bed for winter. If you're new, welcome. I've got a big garden. We do lots of cooking. And I am 22 weeks pregnant, and I could let this garden go probably for another 3 to 4 weeks. It is it's end of September right now, and we usually don't have a frost until mid-October, but I am feeling the need to switch and say goodbye to the garden and say hello to getting my house organized. I spent the last 2 days doing deep cleaning projects, purging a bunch of stuff, and I'm just feeling the need to kind of put the garden to bed and start focusing on getting my house ready to bring home a new little one. So that's what we're gonna do today. My dad offered to come and help. Josh is gonna be here. We're gonna do a bunch of harvesting and a lot of cleanup today. I don't think we're gonna get this garden completely put to bed for winter today, but we're gonna get a huge chunk of it done. So if you enjoy watching a bunch of projects and things happening, I hope you enjoy this video. So here's my dad. So Dad, today's goal is going to be to harvest the black beans and the pumpkins.
Okay.
And clean up some of the beds.
Great.
And do a bunch of weed killer. But the problem is we got to clean up around some of the beds before we can do the weed killer.
Right.
So maybe we'll start with harvest, and if we don't get to the weeds today, that's okay.
Okay.
But we'll just kind of see how far we get. All right, so I got some bowls here. I'm gonna grab a basket, and I've got out there some paper bags and some bowls are ready to put stuff in. It is perfect. It's supposed to be 81 today. Everyone is gonna get hydrated before we go. So my dad has carbonated water and some electrolytes. Josh picked me up this morning an iced tea, so I have that. Now that everyone has a beverage. Because it's gonna be oh, Josh, did you find the big snippers?
No.
Okay.
I will look though.
Okay. Josh is gonna look for the big snippers. I also grabbed some soap because for our weed killer, if we get to that today, we are going to need soap.
We are going to tackle the garden.
Found them.
Nice. So last year we did this. We only had one set of tiny snippers, and we've got a couple more snippers too that we can grab if we need, but I don't think we're gonna need them. It is like perfect temperature out here right now.
Where are we starting?
So I think what I'd like to start with is a project I already started this morning, and that is going to be to tackle this bed here. Okay. So get all the black beans and pinto beans in here, and I've got a bunch of paper bags. And then clean all of the branches off. And what I'm gonna do is actually clean up this bed. And Dad and Josh, this bed right here, so not this second one, but the one down, that's also pinto beans that needs to be harvested as well.
And you're okay with us mixing the beans together?
Yep, that's why.
Will we just sort and filter one by one once they're out of the pods?
Yes.
Sweet, perfect.
You want everything that's on them.
Everything that's on them, and while you guys are working on that, I'm going to harvest some of these pumpkins here and clean up this bed.
Okay.
I think I'm ready just to say goodbye to everything in this bed at this point. Josh, sometimes picking these can be kind of rough on your hands. Would you like some gloves?
Do I want rough hands or sweaty hands is the question.
Oh,
I'll try it. Oh.
These ones. Those are my dad's.
Perfect.
We're gonna harvest a lot of pumpkins today, so that's gonna be a lot of fun. So it's gonna be a mixture of harvest and garden cleanup. So this is what the garden bed looks like right now.
This is a lot of beans.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Aren't you glad you bought the electric sheller?
I am so glad. This would have taken a lifetime.
And there's a lot on there.
Very, very dense.
Let's get these pumpkins first, because that's kind of the most exciting thing to me out here. Pumpkins are one of my favorite things to grow. And this has been one of the best pumpkin years.
Okay, I've gotten one stalk done.
That's why I need your guys' help.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. Many hands make light work, right?
That's right.
I might go get a hat though before I get too far into this. 'Cause this
Oh,
is
that's a good idea.
a lot.
From one Jack B. Little pumpkin plant, we got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17 little pumpkins. That's amazing. So now I'm gonna go ahead and start cleaning out this whole bed. Now, Josh, I had an idea. You tell me what you think.
Okay.
Dad, you too.
Okay.
I am going back and forth whether I'm gonna cover these beds with landscape fabric like I've done in the past. Some say I shouldn't, to let the soil breathe, but I don't like having the weeds. So I've had two thoughts of what I should do. I saw on Amazon, I can buy lettuce seed, a pound of it for like $15, and I could plant out each of the beds with lettuce and have that be like a ground cover and let it compost, and then that just gets turned into the soil, or spinach or something like that, something to cover the soil. Or I could cover it with landscape fabric again, or I could take some of these plants like these and just lay them over the top and cover the beds and let these kind of be a ground cover and compost in place.
My opinion is that you do the last option. We had issues with, what was it? The rust and stuff that people said was because we covered the beds. So I don't think covering them is a good idea.
But do you think I should just cover them with a cover crop?
I don't think so, because I think you're still going to get weeds in it, and then you're just picking through weeds versus spinach and lettuce. It's up to you. I don't think you want I think for sure we don't put the plastic down, or the black over it, because that seems to maybe have caused mold issues.
Yeah, rust issues. I'm thinking the cover crop.
I think that's a fun idea.
Okay.
Worst case scenario, Worst case scenario, you have weeds and spinach.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. The other option is then you just have weeds. So
Yeah.
you might as well have weeds and spinach.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I don't care if we eat the spinach or lettuce. I was just thinking cover the soil with
Will
something.
it leach any of the nutrients?
Yeah, I can buy like a 1 pound bag, which would be like 1,000,000 seeds probably for $15 on Amazon.
Will it leach the nutrients from the soil over the
No, it'll
winter?
actually, I think, because I'll compost it back in. I'll kill it before, like cut it and drop it before I plant. So it'll add organic matter is what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I don't know. That's
Let's
what I'm
do
gonna
that.
try.
The Great Harvest of Beans 2025.
Yeah, this is a lot.
This is just one bed too. Some of these are just so loaded.
You guys know what I'm gonna do from this end? I'm just
What?
gonna cut the bottom of those plants
Okay.
so they won't be attached anymore to the
There's
soil.
so much wrapping around that I don't think it even matters. As far as the cleaning up goes, I have no idea.
The thought,
I just cut the bottoms of those plants.
leave them in there.
The roots,
The
yeah.
roots.
Yeah.
I don't know how we're gonna get these out.
No. They'll just compost.
On the vine or on this thing? Are we talking about two different things?
Yeah. No, the vines come off. We did it last year.
Okay. Just so wrapped.
Try not to cut the irrigation.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
I love that idea. Hey, next year we're not gonna have to do a whole redo of the irrigation.
Nope.
Be nice.
We already did that, didn't
We did that this year. That took some effort.
we? I like how they're rows.
Yeah, I think it's a good setup because no matter what we do, there's a lot of beans in these plants, Boo. So maybe just make sure,
Okay.
because some of them, the beans went over the top and onto
Okay.
those. So a lot of beans are getting knocked over.
Okay.
So many beans. It's incredible.
They are probably 2/3 done, maybe. And I got this bed basically cleared. The very last thing Josh will do before the end of today is he's gonna get his blower out to blow all of the debris that is left out around the beds. I'm gonna go dump this. This is not heavy. This is awkward, but not heavy. And then as they keep picking, and then they're gonna clean all the vines off this, I'm gonna come down here and start cleaning this off. So we're just gonna go probably row by row, cleaning and harvesting and getting this done.
Wow. Do we want should I bring the side-by-side down or something so we can load that too?
Sure. They are just coming so far along on this, making such great progress. Now, Josh and I just talked. We're gonna leave the zucchini plants. I was going back and forth whether I was gonna keep them, but they're still producing. But we're gonna call it on the tomatoes. I harvested all the tomatoes I wanna harvest off these plants earlier this morning. So I'm gonna get the tomatoes harvested, but I'm gonna leave the 2 zucchini plants.
These beans wrapped more times than they really needed to.
You
Very,
didn't
very
help
thorough.
us do this part last year, I don't think. I think you came out after,
Mom and I.
yeah, and
Yeah,
me.
this
I
is-
think after,
Yeah, just that.
you came out after this project was done.
It's just like the beans though.
They're thorough.
It's unnecessary. The number it's wrapped around like 5 times per
This part is where you might
segment.
want gloves, Josh.
Probably.
But
But
don't have
this is
to.
all also working. I also thought maybe if I thought about torching it. And
Josh is always going to try to think of a more efficient way to do something.
But if this is the only bed like this, or we've got that bed too.
There's only 2 that you're going to be harvesting today.
And I think the other ones aren't as
No, they're this
whacked.
thorough.
No, they are?
Yeah.
This wrapped? Okay, well, cool.
I'm going to, at the base of these, just chop each of these plants. I like to leave the roots in the ground because the roots can just compost and add organic matter to the soil. That's why I like to cut them instead of pull them. Plus it makes less of a mess. When you pull them and you pull up all those roots, you pull up a ton of the soil. So this works really well. Now some of these cherry tomatoes are beautiful. I'm not gonna let these go to waste. I'm gonna pull these. But a lot of these cherry tomatoes have split. So if you see ripe cherry tomatoes going into the bucket, they've split. Well, this went a lot faster than your guys's.
Oh yeah. Again, the twisting is excessive.
For some reason, one rattlesnake bean plant got planted here. So I've got some of those. I also can pick up all of my pots. These pots I used as my tags of what things were, but we're done with that, so I'm gonna pull these. Wow, that looks fantastic. So you got 2 big bowls full?
Yeah.
Wow. And then I got a handful here. Josh pulled out our side-by-side for putting in this leaf debris. He's gonna go dump that. And then, was Dad going to grab a rake?
Yeah, he's getting a rake.
Okay.
He brought one.
Oh, he brought one. Oh, good. Okay.
Is another setup where you just use like string or wire?
Yes, and that does better for cleanup, especially if you use jute string, because then you can just compost it.
Got it. Yep.
But maybe if you want to take that on, that project next year, I'd be willing to try something new if it makes the cleanup a lot easier.
Yeah, we would just have to take one of these down, I guess.
I would also be okay refiguring where we put these trellises and try something new.
We do
next
have
year.
all of them, or trellises in all of them, right? So all these
Nope.
top ones.
Oh yeah, the top ones, yeah. Good?
The orange ones are so good.
Yeah, I don't think I grew any red tomatoes this year. No, I did grow one variety and Paul Robeson, but that's it, mostly orange. Oh, Dad, that looks a lot better, thank you.
Yep.
Were you gonna put that in the side-by-side?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
If it's not too heavy.
So you want all this just in the bed?
Yep. That's
Then I can
fine.
also bring this deep into the woods versus the wheelbarrow.
That's true.
Could take this down the hill and just.
We'll rake up all these right here. Do you want me, Josh, to go to the next bed and use the wheelbarrow to load, and then you just transfer it? Does that work?
Can you say that again? Do what to the load?
For the next bed that I'm going to clear, do you want me to still load it into there, and then you put it in the side-by-side?
Yeah, because I don't know if I can get the side-by-side down here because you've got pots and
Yeah.
stuff in the way. Maybe this way. Oh no. Too many squamch.
Yeah. So we're just gonna try to clean up as we go. Thanks, Dad, for bringing that rake. I think you brought that last time and I was looking for it last time I did something and I was like, I can't find the rake, but I think it's because you brought it. It was your rake. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Josh, can you grab that?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Hold that up.
Yeah.
Hold that up for just a second. Let's get it nice and tidy.
I don't think the blower would do those tomatoes very well anyway.
Yeah, this one.
Rocks here
That's perfect. Well, I've got this right here too, Josh, if you want some. There's a hole. This bed is done. This is gonna be where I'm gonna start putting my pots, my dishes that I'm gonna find, my tools that I'm gonna find. This is where Josh will blow. This bed is done. This will be easy to clean up once the zucchinis are completely done, but we wanna still enjoy zucchini. So now I'm gonna head to this bed and I'm gonna start cleaning this bed out. While I'm doing this bed, Josh and my dad have started to tackle this bed, which is more pinto beans. I'm gonna grab these pumpkins and those are not ready to be harvested. Those are honey nut squash. I'm trying to decide, Josh, do I pull all these zinnia plants?
Yes.
Yes, we pull the zinnia plants. I will harvest enough to do a bouquet, but I think we're gonna.
I mean, they're still, how long will they grow? How much longer?
Probably another month.
I mean, because they're pretty. So it depends on if you're going to be down here looking at them or pulling bouquets for the next month.
Maybe we'll leave the zinnias, but we will take the peppers out. We'll see. I know that don't pull this pumpkin down here, Josh. That one, they still need to
I would
ripen.
never pull a pumpkin.
You would never, okay.
I leave those to you. I know you
Okay.
like to pull the pumpkins.
Okay. This zinnia plant, though, I'm gonna pull. This actually did a ton, and it would have done more, except it got stepped on. It was just a volunteer that started growing in the path, and it's done really, really well. I'm gonna show you a quick before, then I'm gonna get to cleaning this up. Now, this is a pole bean variety that they'll come help me harvest once they're done. This was supposed to be a bush bean. It says right there, bush bean, but you can see clearly it might have cross-pollinated and it is a pole bean, but I'll get the rest of this bed cleaned up. This has been one of the absolute best garden seasons I have ever had. Even with being pregnant, I think the fact that early spring we amended the beds with that organic compost that a local farmer had recommended. I amended it with some soil amendments, and I did fertilize my plants. I want to say 2 to 3 times. It could have been more, it could have been less, with an organic fish emulsion. I planned to do that all growing season, but that didn't happen, and it didn't seem to mind. I think what we had done early garden season really set us up for success with the lack of attention this garden has had. It has been so incredibly abundant, and I have been so enjoying this garden season. But I can definitely sense something in me that I feel the need to get my house in order. I feel the need to kind of button up this garden season, and I am still super grateful for what's coming out of the garden, but I am also very excited for kind of buttoning it up and kind of going into a little bit of a slower season with the holidays. My mom and I have been talking holiday plans. We have both Christmas and Thanksgiving, our shopping day scheduled, our meal prep day scheduled, that we're going to bring you guys all along for. And I'm really excited to start kind of focusing my attention on that and kind of getting my home ready for bringing home a new baby this winter. And it's just been a great time. I feel like the timing on everything has just been so fantastic. And I'm also super grateful that Josh and my dad were both able to help me on this day get a lot done. Not only are we going to do some amazing harvesting this afternoon, but we are also going to be getting a lot of garden cleanup. And I really, really appreciate both Josh and my dad's help. I got this bed almost completely done, minus these beans. They are making great progress. Josh is gonna go dump my wheelbarrow for me. And while he's taking the wheelbarrow of tomato scraps, I have got this huge vine. This is a Chinese white pumpkin. And there's 2 vines here. So many pumpkins on this plant that we're gonna harvest right now. Oh, that one's compost. The squirrels will eat it. I don't like to snap off pumpkins because I like to leave stems on because I think it's cute and then they store better. So I've learned always cut them. In the amount of time it took me to do that bed, plus get those pumpkins, they are almost done down there. And I could pull these tomatoes, but I don't want to do that. I want to keep harvesting pumpkins. This is the first time I've had little mini pumpkins grow on vines on trellises. And I want to do a lot more of that next year because I think it's magical. And there are so many baby pumpkins in here. Today, I think I'm going to get all of the baby pumpkins out of the garden, and I'm going to leave some of these bigger pumpkins because they could probably, well, like these could definitely mature a little bit more too. Usually you want this kernel that's closest to the pumpkin to be nice and dry, and when you push on it, you don't leave a fingernail mark. I mean, I guess technically this is dry, that little squiggle. Well, I think that pumpkin is actually ready. We could probably harvest that pumpkin. Well, I think we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull all of these baby pumpkins right now. After we were out in the garden on this day, Josh and I were talking about, why do you think this garden season was just so much more abundant than what appears to be like the last few garden seasons in this garden? And I think it is the fact that we've been amending the soil. The first soil we put in these garden beds was a raised bed garden mix. It was a 3 mix. I believe it was 50% compost, now I can't remember. I think it was 10% sand, 50% compost, and 40% soil or something like that. Something similar. It was called a 3-way raised bed mix. And over the years, I have added compost and or manure to the beds. I've added soil amendments. I think that played a big role into it. But I also think the fact that Josh irrigated the system with a very in-depth drip irrigation system where everything was being watered very evenly and consistently also played a big role in it. We live in an area that is notorious for rain, but it doesn't rain in the summer like at all. Maybe 2 or 3 days, maybe 4 or 5 days in the summer if we're lucky. And so irrigation plays a huge part in a successful garden in my area. And I think the fact that Josh kind of overhauled it over the early spring played a huge role in that. And as I'm talking to you, it is now torrential downpouring. And I bet you can hear it because it's raining so hard outside right now. We are not even close to getting all of these baby pumpkins. This goes all the way back here. That's a different variety of pumpkin down there. But they finished over here. So my dad's gonna start this one. And then this bed will be completely done, which will be great. Josh is gonna go dump all of the extra organic material. My dad started to rake. I do wanna pull these nasturtiums today, if I get to it. But this looks so much better. So I figured, what we figured, Josh and I talked, is we're gonna leave these zinnias in here because I don't know if you can see that there's a lot of pollinator, bumblebees, honeybees, things like that. We're just gonna leave this and let the honeybees and the bumblebees and the pollinators just keep eating off these plants. They're working on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these white pumpkins here. Ugh, squash bug. Yuck. I am definitely pumpkin rich this year, which is amazing. This pumpkin, a bunny chewed on it, so I'm gonna chuck this and we'll let a deer or something finish that pumpkin off.
Down there.
Yeah, they do. I think this is one she said were like, they said they were bush variety and then they grew up. So there's some in here. My dad got all of those tomato plants done. Josh is going to dump another load. My dad's gonna take these cherry tomatoes off. I picked off a few cherry tomatoes that we wanna keep. The rest of them, we're just gonna call it good for cherry tomatoes now. And I wanna show you, I wanna go watch actually, too, how easy it is for Josh. You can go. Yeah. For him to dump out into the woods. So normally I just go back here, stuff that I'm not gonna compost to try to put back in the beds, and I just dump stuff
We have two different piles, one on this side of our property and one on the other side of our property where we dump. Oh yeah, that's way easier. Awesome. You might be able to see piles from years past. This is probably last year's pile. That's from probably today. Easy, much easier than a bunch of wheelbarrow loads, that's for sure. It's very, very hard to get that side by side around these beds down here. And I'm not very comfortable or confident doing it, so that's why I usually just use a wheelbarrow. Dad, I'm done with these pots too. We can just clear these pots as well.
What are you doing with these things?
Those I think need to dry a little bit more, don't you think?
Yeah, they're still wet.
Yeah, still completely wet.
Cut those down.
Yep. Just cut them right down.
Goodness. I am itchy.
Yeah, that's why I usually wear long sleeves.
Yeah.
Josh, this pumpkin's ready.
Okay.
Where'd my scissors go? I need my scissors though because I've got
Oh, they're to your right here.
a bunch more pumpkins over there I want to get.
They're right here.
You want to go ahead and cut that for me? That's our first.
Towards the top, right?
What I would do is, because those scissors aren't going to cut that, I would cut here, 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 and here.
Oh, I didn't see that there was a water.
There's a little...
Bug, probably a squash bug. Perfect. Okay. Now I don't usually carry them by that
It's
because
pretty sturdy. Well, I was just feeling it. I was just testing it. Doing a little test.
that's our first large pumpkin.
Where do you want it?
I don't know. Maybe
Next to
with the rest of, yeah. Look at that. That's from 4 plants, I think. 2.
Are you sure we don't want to cut
6,
right on the
8.
end here?
You
Because
can.
that's all moist. So
You
like,
can, but it'll dry. But you need bigger shears. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. 2, 4, 6, 8, 30. 2, 4, 6, 7, 37.
I think you're underestimating my abilities.
Okay. Nice.
Thank goodness.
Okay. Oh, Dad, that looks great.
You want this all off, right?
Yep. We could probably pull these black beans, Josh. These ones seem, well, no, we'll leave those. Those aren't quite dry. This plant can be composted.
The pumpkin?
Yep. You're gonna wanna cut it because it still has a pumpkin down there that's not ready to be harvested. So I would just cut it like right there and leave the rest of that there.
Okay. I got pumpkin spikes in my hands.
Yeah.
Which is fun. Okay, this goes up to here.
That looks good, Dad.
Beds to bed, right?
Yeah. Feels really good.
Let them rest for the winter.
Josh, if you want to harvest those little Jackby little pumpkins on the end of this bed, those are ready too.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go, well, I have a question for both you and Josh. These pumpkins are not quite ripe. Do you think we should save this bed and the other big pumpkin bed for a different day? Like in a week?
Yeah, I think let's not disrupt it
Okay.
until we're ready to harvest it, because then we're working around the pumpkins and stuff.
Yeah, okay. That's a good plan.
Okay.
So while you're getting these pumpkins, so Josh, I want to leave that one on the vine, that white one.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find where this ends
Okay.
so I don't cut the wrong
Got
part.
another Jackby little pumpkin plant here, so Josh is going to harvest those. And while he harvests those, wow, Dad, that was fast. All of the round barrels, Dad, can be cut back. We're done with those. I'm going to harvest these pumpkins. Now this bed has my bell peppers, and these second round of bell peppers are looking better than my first round. I think I'm gonna let these continue to grow a little bit longer. Look how good they're looking, so good. Now that they're not overcrowded, I had a ton of flowers in here, And I'm gonna try not to overcrowd my flowers, but I have tons of pumpkins growing up, down, and around. I'm gonna leave these pumpkins and this pumpkin bed for a different day, probably in a week or two. But I'm gonna get these little ones. My dad's actually gonna harvest these pumpkins. Yep, do you see all these little white ones?
Do you have little snippers?
Right here. So, all of these,
Just right off, right.
you can either cut right here, or you can cut here, here, and here. You just don't wanna, if you can avoid breaking it at the end, Dad, they come all the way. Then we got a mole that we gotta take care of, but they come all the way down, all the way to the front, Dad.
Yeah.
All the way down here.
All the bigger ones too?
The little ones, the big ones we're gonna keep. I'm gonna let them sit for another week or so. While he does that, I'm gonna go clean up tomatoes that fell on the gravel.
Vines out, right?
Yep,
It's all done.
they're all done.
Right, hon, where would you like me next?
The last thing I wanna do, like big project other than just clean up a little bit and put all the stuff away we didn't use. Oh, there's two things. I would like these baskets to all be cut back because we're done with these. So if you want to do that next, there's one more down here.
Okay.
And that far end one.
Okay, the far end.
So all of these middle row
all the
baskets
wine barrel
can be cut back, yeah. So while Josh and my dad are doing those two projects, I'm gonna go over here and clean up tomatoes. Look at that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Well, I lost count already. Oh my goodness. Look at that. Okay, I'm gonna start picking up all these pumpkins that we harvested. This was an onion I found. My dad's working on cleaning up. The last thing we're gonna do today is Josh is gonna blow all of the gravel. We've been trying to clean up with the rake as we go, but definitely we need to blow with the gravel. Blow with the blower on the gravel. Dad, is there one more bowl up there?
Harvest time.
Yep. I think we can put,
Pretty amazing that
yeah.
you're finding it all. You found it all. We're all planted, all done.
Perfect. Thank you.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
It's a big basket.
It's shockingly heavy.
Yeah, I
and
bet.
Could you carry it from the bottom? Because it's so heavy. Thanks.
Yeah.
Wow. So let's show you what we got done today. Josh and my dad cleared that trellis of pinto beans or rattlesnake beans. I did not get the pepper plants out of there, but that's fine. We got this bed cleared. Amazing. Thanks, Dad.
You're welcome.
We got this bed cleared, minus the 2 zucchini plants, but we'll keep eating on zucchini if we can. Even though we tore out all the tomatoes, we can still eat on them, the green ones that are ripening. Josh is cleaning up all of my junk and stuff. Thank you, Josh.
No problem.
Josh, in the bed that you harvested the pinto beans, where the peppers were that we didn't tear out the zinnias, there's a bunch of those black pots down here. Can you grab those?
Okay.
Thanks.
Yep.
And then we got this bed cleared. Oh, I've got some green tomatoes I need to bring inside. These onions I need to bring inside. These are from when I harvested onions 2 weeks ago, but they've just been sitting there. They're still good to eat. This will let those black beans sit for a while longer. My dad and Josh cleared these pots, wine barrel pots. My dad got this trellis cleared of tomatoes, and we got the little baby pumpkins cleared out. This is my dad's rake, so I don't want to forget this. We did not get to doing the vinegar spray. We need a break. It's hot out here. Perfect timing for a break too, because my neighbor just started mowing. We're gonna go have some lunch, and we're done working out here, other than Josh is gonna blow all of the debris. And then after our break, we'll see how I feel, and I might come out and spray some weed. What?
Uh-oh.
What?
There's pots with the names of things.
No, it doesn't matter.
You know what these are?
Yeah. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
We're at the end of the season. I'm not worried about it.
There's so many peppers out here.
Huh?
There's so many peppers out here.
I know. That's after I harvested them this morning. We'll just leave them.
But you know what they are.
I know what they are.
Okay.
Yeah. So very, very, very successful. Thank you, Dad, so much for your help and picking up the vinegar and stuff for me. And if I don't get to that tonight, which realistically, I'm not getting to that tonight. I'm gonna rest my arm on this tripod here. Over the weekend, it's not supposed to rain, right? And for like a week. My dad's going out of town, so he hasn't looked. Josh, is it supposed to rain soon?
Sunday.
Okay. Today is Wednesday. Tomorrow we're having dinner with Josh's grandparents. And then Friday we don't have anything planned. Saturday we don't have anything planned. So Friday, ideally, I would get out here and spray the weed killer. And maybe we'd make a date of it, and Josh would use the blowtorch and I would spray the weed killer. I'll leave that recipe link down below for you if you're interested in it. Again, I only use it on the walkways. I do not use it in my actual garden beds. So thank you guys. So this is what Josh is going to spray blow. You can see all this organic matter. I don't want this composting on my gravel. So he'll just blow it into the field. Thank you, Josh and Dad, for helping. I really appreciate that. Happy to help. Here is the harvest. We got so many pumpkins. I don't even know. We're missing, we're missing a basket of pumpkins.
Oh, they're in the front.
Oh.
There's no room.
Well, we've got a ton of white pumpkins. We've got a ton of orange pumpkins. My dad's I can go in there. Thanks, Dad. There we go. Tons of white pumpkins, tons of, we're gonna try these. I don't know how these are gonna be. They have to completely dry out. They're a drying bean. We'll try those. All 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4 bags, and that's a 30-quart bowl. That is full of the pinto beans. We're starting to clean up my mess from planting, and then we've got some tomatoes there, a zucchini there, and a whole lot of goodness, and a whole lot of garden cleanup was done today. Thank you for being here as you watched us start to put this garden to bed. Probably will take another we have a lemon on our tree. Full day. Josh is laughing, squirrel. For us to put the rest of the garden to bed, maybe 2 days, I don't know, we'll see. But thank you for being here. Thank you for being you. If you want to watch more videos, let me pop them there. You can go enjoy between now and my next upload. Bye, friend.